Dude. Oh my god, so fucking sick. Oh, hello everyone. Hope everyone's doing well. Sorry if I look tired, it's been a weird day. I've been holding off on this because I thought it'd be really fun to watch. Along with the media tour, Endwalker has shown a bunch of previews for the game, so a lot of dungeons, like the first dungeon you can see, and I want to watch that as well. But the first thing I want to watch, I actually care more about this than I do about seeing the first dungeon. People are keen to see Reaper in action. I want to hear the music. Like, I love the battle music in Final Fantasy XIV. We're going to watch here is pretty much the battle music that we'll hear in all the new Endwalker zones. And we all know that the fucking Endwalker music, like the OG Endwalker trailer music, fucking slaps. I'm fucking keen. Let's turn this shit up to full volume, baby. It's alright. It's not bad. Ooh, I like. Trying to hear the tune. It's good. It's really good. Oh man, feels like a real Final Fantasy battle theme and like a standalone name. Subtle. It's very subtle. Ooh. It's pretty cool. I'm waiting for like it to slap. It sounds like that's where it'll probably kind of repeat, right? So far, that one was pretty good. That one's pretty good. Dungeon boss music. I've heard that the final boss music is where it really kind of hits. This is Sage with the trust system, I see. Ooh. Shit, that's Shadowbringer's vibe right there. That's pretty good. That is pretty good. I will say, compared to Shadowbringer's boss music in dungeons, I think Shadowbringer's is a bit better than this. But it still has a very cool vibe. You know, it's got a cool vibe. I actually prefer normal battle music to this. They're using more strings. They're using more strings in their music for Endwalker, I think. Oh shit, they're using Estinian. I just realized that. I got Estinian in the trust. Alright, that's a cool part though. Ah, there's the tune. Alright, the music, this song's a bit better now. It's very subtle in its tune, so it's not very in your face. So it's not, it's good. It's good. I think maybe I really love that tune though. Okay, now I'm very torn about which one I like more. This is the real shit right here. This is what we want. Cinderuva. It does feel very intense. 3 stanzas 1. Oh, I see. I've heard about this boss. You got to kill the one that is emoting, and that's the one that is the real one. It's cool. It's cool. It doesn't sound extremely different from other final boss themes. Oh. Yes. Oh. Yes. Oh, yes. All right, this one's the best one so far. Fuck, that's really good. I really like that one. Fuck. All right, so far in ranking, it's final boss music, normal battle theme, then boss battle theme. Final boss music, fuck, this slaps. They gotta have this in like the final battle in the expansion, because this is fucking good. Don't make another piece, just use this. When I hear that Endwalker tune, I love it. Like, I love it. It does feel very, very, very dark. And there's a point in the song where it's uplifting, and that's where the Endwalker theme plays in, right? But I guess that's kind of the point, because it's meant to be very, oh my god, holy shit, we're gonna die. These mechanics are fucking nuts. Oh, yes. Dude. Oh my god, so fucking sick. Right, like at that point there in that song, oh, fuck, that slaps, dude. That's so good. Man, oh man. I'm very excited. Really, really, really excited for that now. It's funny how every time they announce something that's been on the media tour or before then has always been like, oh man, that's really cool. But this is the one thing that has made me go, oh dude. Like I love the music so much. I think the music is awesome. There's some songs that like I don't like, but I think they match exactly what they're trying to do. I think in terms of the melodies that I like, right now it's Endwalker. I love the theme and tune of Endwalker, then Shadowbringers, then Heavensward. I think Stormblood's my least favorite. I do like how you can hear a Realm Reborn, or at least base Final Fantasy tunes and themes in like collaboration battles. You'll notice it when you play them, like you play the Nier collaboration raid, you can hear Nier music mixed with Final Fantasy Realm Reborn music. And it's really cool how they're able to like get that mixed together. I just want to listen to this part again one more time. This is just for me. It's so good. I can imagine fighting this. Oh, yes. I feel like, oh my god, I feel like my prayers have been answered. Man, that's great. That's so good. Shit. Like, I'm keen for that to come out on Spotify now. I'm just going to be listening to that. I'm going to be listening to it on here. I'd say the final boss battle theme is my favorite out of all that stuff that we've just seen. Fuck, that's really sick. Usually Final Fantasy music always slaps, but the thing that is hard to do when I found consuming media, when you're making scores and when you listen to scores, what I've found is I imagine the hardest part to make when you make a score is making something that feels like the property that you're trying to represent. And because at the end of the day, a lot of people, when you see something that reminds you of a property or a story or a franchise, you know what it's going to be, because when you look at it, you know it. But then it's so, the dopamine just fucking clicks in your head when you hear it. I don't know if it's just maybe people like me who do that, where when you hear a tune or a theme from a movie you love or a show you like or a game you played, and that dopamine kicks in when you're like, fuck, I love that music. And you would hear it all the time, and it reminds you of a moment, either a time in your life or a time in the movie or a story. And it just, the dopamine just releases out of your head. That's legit what I'm so keen for in terms of Endwalker, is just hearing all the different kinds of music. Because Shadowbringers kicked the music level up to, it just kicked it so high. Like Shadowbringers music is so good. Like even just hub areas have great music. Like Yulmore has, you know, it's not my favorite music, but it's so memorable. I can hear it and I picture that place. And the Crystarium sounds great. Ilmeg has a very distinct sound to it. Like all the zones do in the new Shadowbringers area. They're great. And the themes of the characters, like Arbert's theme, so memorable. And iterating on old versions and stuff, like, so even after Shadowbringers came out and finished and the later patches came out, especially when you fought like Elidibus and stuff, they took the Shadowbringers song and it was changed. So it was slower and much more intense for battle music, because you had Shadowbringers play when you fought Emet-Selch, but then you fought Elidibus. It was the same song, but it was different. It was played different. It was performed different. It was twisted. And I don't know the specific story and why behind that. People can let me know. But you can tell it's just changed over. And I know it'll be the same when we play Endwalker, because this theme of Endwalker really does remind me of OG Final Fantasy vibes. Final Fantasy being the story of characters and heroes trying to just everyday people trying to save the world. I love that shit in fantasy. Like, that's why Lord of the Rings is so fucking good. Just everyday people just being like, you know what, save the world. And you're like, fuck, okay. You know, like, I love that. I love it when the piano kicks in. When the piano kicks in, the trumpets. It's right here. Yes. Yes. I'm going to be listening to this so much. I'm so glad I waited to listen to this. And then I thought it would stop, and then it kept going, and I'm like, oh, you're still playing the tune. Holy shit. There are certain themes that I can hear in, like, from shows and movies that they just fucking hit. They fucking hit. That shit hit different. But it does. So I think music, like, I'm getting more excited about this than mostly gameplay. And, you know, gameplay is so crucial. Obviously, I should be caring more about the gameplay, but I guess I'm more invested in the story side of Final Fantasy than the gameplay side, because I play the game like a lot, and there's still so much for me to play. But when you realize that there's so different sides to the game besides just combat, and you realize how much you do love the stories and the music, then it kind of makes you realize what you do love about this property. And for me, the music has such a huge involvement with the story, because it makes me think about it on a deeper level, because this is kind of a historic moment, because this is going to be like the end of an arc of an anime, but it's an MMO, right? And this is going to be the end of an arc, and MMOs don't really get endings. And it's not like the MMO is going to stop. It's, you know, we're going to keep playing it, obviously, but this is the ending to a story that started in 2010. It was conceptualized somewhat in 2010. And it was reiterated on in 2013. And so this kind of feels like the end of an era. Like, legit feels like the end of an era. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens. And this music feels like that. This music is telling me this is the end of an era. So it's going to be cool. It's going to be really, really cool. Thank you all for watching. If you enjoy, please follow or subscribe, whatever you want. But my name is Mugen. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.